Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to be working on a Craftsman 26-inch snowblower. We're going to replace the skid shoes on it. So let's go get that done. Alright, like I said, today we're going to be replacing the skid shoes. Here, you can see it's pretty worn down. It's all bent. You can see it's all bent here. There's nothing left to it. We're going to try to straighten that out. This one is completely worn off, and you can see that it's wearing down the scraper plate. So we're going to replace them in order to continue to save that to make it last longer. So let's get busy. Alright, one thing I should point out is this machine is roughly 2007. Sticker there says 2005. But here's your model number. So that's what we're going to be dealing with. So, like I said, things about a 2007. I think this is the first time these skid shoes are being replaced. So I think that's good life out of them. Okay, to start out, we're going to use a 3/8 drive ratchet with a 1/2-inch socket. These are 1/2-inch bolts, so they've probably never been off. So let's see what it takes. Will they come off, or are they going to break? There's one. One broke off. The other one's coming off. So the bolt was coming out, and then it just came out, got tight, won't come off. So we're going to persuade it to come off. So you just got to ask it nicely once in a while, and they'll come off. So that's how you get that off. Got the bolt. Take the square part, shove it through so it locks in, shove it on, put a new washer, lock nut, get that started on there. Same thing with the other side. Zip it on a ways. Sometimes those holes get rounded off. Sometimes your socket don't want to come off. Hey, it's real life. We have issues. So, alright, so let's go do the other side. We don't want to tighten this up yet. We want to be able to adjust these, which we will do that after the other side. So let's switch sides. And now we're going to try to do the same thing on this side. We're going to try to break those off. And like I said, we're going to try to break them off. Because life comes, it makes the job easier when they just break. Just like that. Throw that part in the trash. And that one is stripped. So we need to persuade it. Are you ready to do a little persuasion again? Alright. Let's persuade it to come off. We'll bring out the mean guy. shove that in there. Shove that one in. The holes are still both squared off. That's a good thing. Alright, let's do one at a time. Zip this on a ways. And you don't want to tighten it up all the way. You want them loose so you can adjust them. So that's replacing them. So let me flip it up, and then we'll show you how to adjust them. Alright, now that we have it in this position, we have not tightened up the skid shoes yet. I'm going to show you what I've done here. As you can see, there's washers right there, and a couple more underneath there under the scraper bars. The reason of that is you don't want the scraper bar actually scraping on the ground, because that's going to wear that down prematurely, and when you wear that down and you're not paying attention, you can end up start wearing out the bottom of the housing. And the housing for this one's over $200 to replace it, so we don't want to do that. So you want this roughly a 1/16 to an 1/8 inch off the ground, and that's where we're at right now. So we're going to come over here. We're going to make sure the shoe is all the way to the ground, and then we're going to tighten it up. So we got that one tight. Bring it over here, and we're going to do the exact same thing over here. Push down on this, make sure it's touching the ground, and tighten it up. So that's how you do that. You replace the skid shoes, and now you've properly adjusted them, so you don't wear it out. So have a good day. Hope to help you.